Good morning, students. Today's topic is secondary cell. Secondary cell or battery is rechargeable. It can be used again and again. In the secondary cell, electrical energy is stored in the form of chemical energy. Secondary cell is also called as storage cell or accumulators. Secondary cells are of two types: lead storage battery or lead accumulator. This is the lead storage battery. In this battery, there is anode which having a negative plate and a cathode having a positive plate. And the electrolytic solution is sulfuric acid, means H2SO4. At anode, this lead acid battery is consist of lead anode, means negative plate is made up of anode, lead. Lead symbol is Pb. But at cathode, this cathode is a positive plate which is made up of lead grid. Grids means plate filled with PbO2, lead dioxide, which is red brown in color. And the electrolytic solution is 38% solution of H2SO4 is used in the lead storage battery. On discharge, means the cell reaction when the battery is in use, then at anode oxidation of lead takes place, but at cathode reduction of PbO2 takes place. Reduction means gain of electrons. So first of all, on discharging, the reactions takes place at anode and at cathode. During discharge, at anode oxidation of lead takes place. Pb converted into Pb2 plus ions, and after the losing of 2 electrons, Pb plus SO4 to negative, it will form PbSO4 plus release of 2 electrons. At cathode reduction takes place. Lead dioxide, after gain 2 electrons, it will form PbSO4 plus 2H2O. After that, the overall reaction, 2 electrons and 2 electrons, this is cancel out. What will be remain? The net reaction is Pb plus PbO2 plus 4H plus and 2SO4 to negative. It means this is 2H2SO4 give rise to 2 PbSO4 1 plus 1 plus 2H2O. This is the overall reaction of lead storage battery. But on recharging the cell, at anode PbSO4, means this reaction are reverse. Product change into reactant and reactant change into product. At anode PbSO4 is taken. At cathode Pb and PbO2 is taken. Now the reactions becomes reverse on recharging the cell. At anode, this PbSO4 plus 2H2O, it will convert it into PbO2 plus SO4 2 minus plus 4H positive plus 2 electrons. At cathode, PbSO4 plus 2 electrons, arrow sign Pb plus SO4 2 minus, means this reaction is reverse. Anode become cathode and cathode become anode. After that, overall reaction, 2 PbSO4 plus 2 H2O, arrow sign, Pb plus PbO2 plus 2 H2SO4. This is the overall reaction of lead acid battery. The cell potential of this lead acid battery, that is 2 volt. This lead acid battery is used in automobiles like cars, buses, trucks, and it is also used in inverters. During the working of cell, PbSO4 is formed at each electrode and sulfuric acid is used up. So the concentration of H2SO4, that is, decreases, and the density of the solution also decreases. But on recharging the cell can be charged by passing the electric current of suitable voltage in opposite direction. Then the electrode reactions get reversed and the density of sulfuric acid here also increases. When this cell is used to start the engine of automobiles, then it acts as volatile cells and produce the electrical energy. During recharging, it acts as an electrolytic cell. Now the second type of secondary cell, that is nickel cadmium storage cell. This is also a rechargeable cell. It has longer life, but it is more expensive than the lead storage battery. Its main advantage is it is smaller and lighter. At anode, it is made up of cadmium, and at cathode it is made up of a metal plate that is containing nickel dioxide, and the electrolytic solution in this cell is KOH, potassium hydroxide. During discharge, means when the current is pass, the cell reaction takes place at anode. At anode, cadmium changes into cadmium oxide by losing the 2 electrons. But at cathode, nickel trihydroxide, that it changes into nickel dioxide, means Ni plus 3 changes into Ni plus 2 by gaining the 2 electrons. Then after net reaction is 2 electrons cancel out, 2 OH negative, 2 OH negative cancel out. After adding this reaction, cadmium plus 2 NiOH thrice, arrow sign, cadmium oxide plus 2 NiOH twice plus water. This is the net reaction of nickel cadmium storage cell. After that, on recharging, these reactions become reverse. Reactant become product and product become reactant. The cell potential of this reaction, that is 1.4 volt. This is the nickel cadmium storage battery, like this. One is anode, another is cathode. Same electric current is passed. The reaction takes place at anode and cathode. And here write 0% mercury and 0% cadmium. This is anode, this is cathode, because anode side having negative charge and this one is cathode, that side having positive charge. This is of high power. Now the next topic is fuel cell. Fuel is a volatile cell in which the reactant are continuously supplied to the electrodes and they convert the electrical energy from the combustion of fuels like hydrogen, carbon monoxide and methane. It means the energy released from the combustion of fuels that are converted into electrical energy. In this cell, hydrogen and oxygen are bubbled through a porous carbon. This is H2O2 cell, means fuel cell. Here hydrogen is and oxygen that is bubbled through the porous electrodes, carbon electrodes, into the concentrated aqueous KOH. Here the solution of KOH and NaOH is taken. Here the hydrogen is fed into the anode compartment which having a negative sign, where it is oxidized, means at anode oxidation takes place, and oxygen gas is fed into the cathodic compartment showing positive sign, where it is reduced. Each electrode, this one and this one, is made up of porous compressed carbon containing a small amount of catalyst like platinum, silver, etc. These fuel cells are more efficient for generating electricity on a large scale by burning the hydrogen and carbon fuels, because these fuel cells convert the energy of fuel directly into electricity. Fuel cell is H2O2 cells. At anode, hydrogen is which is oxidized. At cathode, oxygen, where it is reduced. At anode, hydrogen is oxidized and to form a water. At cathode, reduction takes place. Oxygen, after gaining the electrons, it will form OH negative. So balance both the electrons. Equation 1 is multiplied by 2 because 2 becomes the 4 electrons. This equation is multiplied by 2. After that, the net reaction is 2H2 plus O2. 4 electrons cancel out. H2O molecules and S2O2 molecules are cancelled out and 2 are left only. 4 OH negative ions cancel out. So these are the overall net reaction, means H2 plus O2 arrow sign, it will form H2O. Now what are the advantages of fuel cells? First advantage, high efficiency. Fuel cell convert the energy of a fuel directly into electricity. So they are more efficient than the conventional method of generating electricity on the large scale by burning the hydrogen and carbon fuels. So the efficiency of this method, that is only 40%. The production of electrical energy involves the combustion of a fuel to give the heat which is used to produce the electricity. So it has very high efficiency. Second, continuous source of energy means there is no electrode material to be replaced as in ordinary battery. So the fuel can be fed continuously to produce the power. Third, pollution free working. There is no objectionable byproduct, so they cannot cause pollution problem. Fourth, light in weight. These cells are light in weight as compared to electrical generator to produce the quantity of power. So all these are the advantages of a fuel cell. Thank you, students.